Hey Tide fans, come on in, let's huddle up. Let's talk about these Tennessee Volunteers coming to town. Now they're pretty high, you see, because they've just beaten the South Carolina Gamecocks and Steve Spurrier. You can imagine how he feels. Well, look, we're ready for him. We're coming off a game that we as fans or players have seldom seen. No penalties, No turnovers, right? No sacks. If we can continue to play that way, which is near impossible, I mean, come on. No penalties? That's great. No sacks as a quarterback, that's sensational, right? No turnovers, you're going to win. Okay, now, if we come close to playing like that, we're going to beat Tennessee. Sure, they have a decent running game, and they're fired up. But we have the best team as we see it in the country, and as a lot of other people see it. So if we don't hurt ourselves, we're going to be all right. We're going to walk out of there with a win. Our 7th straight win over those guys from the north of the border, the Tennessee Volunteers. Now then, Coach Saban was a little bit upset with those fans that may have left the game a bit early last week, and I have to admit, I've been one of those fans in the past. You try to get home if you can when you believe the game's over. But I can understand where his heart's coming from. Because if we have a loved one down on that field, we're not going to leave that game early, right? I think most of the folks that left last week came from Arkansas. Yeah, Arkansas. At any rate, Cubba, should we ask for some questions coming in, and how would we do that?
Sure, for next week's game, if you guys want to tweet or Facebook any questions to us, go ahead and do so, and we'd love to ask them to you guys next week.
We'd love to hear from you, answer a few questions, and until then, for this big game, get behind the Tide because they get fired up when they hear you in that stadium. The more that stadium rocks, man, the more they get fired up and pumped up. All right? Until I'm back at you again, it's roll, Tide, roll. Ready? Break.